Hoy everybody, what's going on, guys? Captain Bob Dude here, and you know what? I've been trying to figure out what to do with this channel over here, because I was posting a lot of live streams to it, but not live streaming as much with my son, because he's really young and needs a lot of attention. So I was like, you know what? Live streaming is not really my thing right now. Let's do videos over on YouTube. So if you're seeing this and you're like, who the hell is this guy? Come on over to my other channel where I do a bunch of gameplay on Isaac, and we're doing Donkey Kong Country right now, but I thought this channel could be cool to just maybe just talk and have conversations over here, because I definitely miss that from live streaming, and wanted to see if maybe that kind of stuff could work over here. So I thought, well, I'll just sit down and talk about what I've been playing lately, like besides stuff on the channel, which obviously is the Binding of Isaac right now, because I love that game. We have so much to do in it. There's so many characters to still go through, so I'm kind of just like trying to whittle that down, because it's a ton of stuff. But do that, and yeah, besides that, we're doing Donkey Kong Country 2 again, which that game is phenomenal. It's so funny when you don't play a game for a while and then you jump back in and you play a game from your childhood. It is so good. I forgot just how beautiful the music is and how fun those levels are. Like, they're just interesting. And even now, going back and playing them, even though it's an older game, I think it still holds up. I think it's still a game that you can sit down and play and be like, this is super cool. I've been playing it on this guy, my Super Nintendo. Love it. It's so much fun, man. I think that game's so good, and got a lot of stuff on that Super Nintendo. So it's one of those things where it's like, I really want to do the whole Donkey Kong Country original trilogy, and then do Returns, and then Tropical Freeze, because I think this is so weird to say. I used to be a diehard Mario Brothers 3 and Mario World were the best platformers ever made, and I'm starting to really change my mind on that. I think it might be Donkey Kong. I think it's just so fresh compared to Mario. Even though I love Mario to death, I grew up on Mario. It's one of my favorite things. I don't know what it is. I feel like Donkey Kong Country just really takes the cake on that one. I think it's so good. And interesting, It really is. And speaking of old games, the other thing that I play all the time, this is my Ambernick, basically little handheld emulator. It's awesome. Have a ton of Game Boy Advance. All of my Super Nintendo and Nintendo games are on here. I have Dreamcast. Just a ton of really cool things. I will say Dreamcast, PlayStation 1, PlayStation Portable, and N64 run sometimes really good and sometimes really bad. DS is atrocious to play on this. I would not play DS on this. But most of my games run pretty well on it. And you know what? N64 does really well, honestly. PlayStation 1 does pretty good too. I would say Dreamcast and some Nintendo 64 games just run really weird. Like Donkey Kong 64 on this it has a weird frame rate issue. Also a weird thing where the camera jiggles for some reason. It's like nothing's happening. Why? It may be on my end too, but I've heard that DK64 has some issues. So either way, but on this little guy, I think I missed the whole point of it. I've been playing Tetris. I love playing the original Tetris on Game Boy. Well, not the original, but the Game Boy, original Game Boy version of Tetris on this. Also been playing through Metroid Fusion. It is one of the only Metroid games I've never played. That and Metroid Prime 3. That's why I need to finish that whole Let's Play on YouTube on my other channel of Metroid Prime 2. So you can get this through 3, and then when 4 releases, it'll be just super awesome. I'm so stoked to play that. But Fusion is really good, and I can't believe I missed out on that for so long, it feels like. And it's a really good game. Like, I really enjoy it. Besides that, I think, it's also Donkey Kong 94, which is just like a really interesting game, because it starts off like with the original 4 Donkey Kong levels from the arcade, and then turns into a completely different game. Like it's the precursor to Mario vs. Donkey Kong. So it's really interesting. I like grabbing the keys. It's like a fun puzzle platformer. it's really good. It's one of those, like, there are certain games on the original Game Boy, they're just fantastic, man. Um, so I've been kind of jumping in and out of all that stuff. Those have been the main things. And then sort of jumping into like other things here and there. It's so funny, especially with like I said, I'm a dad now, so it's amazing. But you don't have as much time to play like long games. So I've been finding myself playing like shorter games in my free time, which isn't a lot. It's usually like right before bed. Maybe I'll play a game or two, or like play for like 20 minutes before I fall asleep. It's never a lot. Um, but I think that's why the Game Boy stuff's really been catching my attention, because it does feel like you can kind of jump into those games and then put them down really quick. Plus, with it being portable, that's the other thing. It's like I could bring that right next to where Carmi and me are sleeping, and just play real quick, and then put it down, not worry about it as much. I think yeah, that's really the nice thing about having a portable like the Ambernick or the Switch. It's just nice to have that really quick. And besides that, really, it hasn't been as much playing those games. Really, it's Isaac that I've been playing the most. And Isaac is just, dude, it's been out forever, and it's just a game that's so good. It's so good. Every time I play it, there's something new and fun, and I keep getting surprised by it. And I played a lot of it. We're 100-something videos on YouTube, and I still, every time I play it, find something more and more fun, or have like just increasingly amounts of fun every time I unlock something or find something new. I think it's great. Roguelikes are just so interesting to me. I think that's another reason why I've been really liking playing Vampire Survivors. Because really all you're focusing on is movement in that game. Like, that's your only like thing is movement. But getting the upgrades and getting to a place where you can actually just like play is so fun. Just like sit there and enjoy it, and just focus on movement. It is one of those games that's weirdly cozy for me, and feels like a game that I can just play and be like, okay, cool. Kind of like Tetris, which is another game that makes me feel like super, just like chill, cozy. I can turn my brain off and just play. Not saying that Vampire Survivors does that all the time, or Tetris does, but it definitely puts me in a mood where I'm just like, okay, I'm not like super worried about having a good run. It's more just like, let's see what happens. And I think that's definitely a mental thing for sure, because I think if you really were pushing yourself, you could feel that way about those things. I definitely know people who do like competitive Tetris, or are going for like super hard achievements. I'm sure that changes, but right now it's just super fun. And but what I was saying is, besides like playing stuff right now, I've been really trying to get games in order. Like my Wii, that sits down here. There's the controllers for it. I've been making sure that like my whole library is digital on it now. So I have all of my Wii games digitally on there, as well as my GameCube games, because that's the thing I always forget about with Wii, is it is like a great GameCube as well. So I have like all my GameCube stuff on there. That's actually what I've been playing Metroid Prime 2 on, is that, because my original GameCube, which I should have somewhere here. Let me see if I actually do. It might actually just be like right up top here, if I still have it out. Do I? Yeah, I think I do. I think it's right back here. Let me see. But yeah, the GameCube is just cool because I was buried back there. I have an original like purple GameCube, and it's way back there. And I was just like, I was gonna grab it. It's not worth it to grab it. I'm gonna have to dig through, because there's an Xbox One back there, and an original Nintendo, and those are all kind of just under there right now. Also, I don't know why, but I have an entire PS4 over here in pieces in a box, because this was my brother-in-law's, and he was like, it doesn't work anymore. Found out that it's the HDMI port, so I'm gonna try to replace it. But this HDMI port, dude, is glued down. It is glued on there, I'm pretty sure. because I've gotten all the solder off of it. I have no idea what to do. So I think I'm gonna have to get a heat gun and just blast that thing with heat, and hopefully it starts pulling up, because I have an HDMI port to replace it with. But that'd be cool, because I love like the Dark Souls series, and Bloodborne is still one of those games that has never come to PC and would be amazing to just to have. Yeah, I would love to play through that, you know, because I've never played through Bloodborne. Be a really good time. I would be super into that. But yeah, I guess besides that, like, what else have I been playing like recently? You know what, a few nights ago I jumped into Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, and that was a really good time. They did such a good job with that remaster. It is so good. I mean, it's a full remake, but it looks in place so well. And all the online modes that they added are super fun. Like, what a good game. What a good game. But yeah, I guess that's really a lot of the stuff I've been playing. A little bit of Balatro. I love that game, and it's super fun. I think that there is a little bit of like either I do really well in Balatro or I play really bad in Balatro. I think it just depends on if my brain's mathing right that night. But I've been playing a lot of Abandoned Deck, which is super fun. You can do a lot of, like, I feel like straights, flushes, some of those other card types that I don't play a lot are just way easier to make. Just way easier for me to make with Abandoned Deck, and so it's super fun. So getting things like, is it Ride the Bus, which is no face cards, like that goes crazy with that. So good. Hey, the controller just fell. But yeah, man, I thought it'd be fun. So what are you guys playing? Like, what games are kind of in rotation for you right now? And yeah, what are you playing with that? Just curious on it. Also, did anybody pick up anything during the Mario Day stuff? I'm unintentionally uploading Mario 64 because I streamed it a while ago, and it's been helping me catch up on videos, and I didn't realize that it lined up so perfectly with Mario Day, so that was like a super happy accident. I would love to do the Mario Hour, which is, I think isn't it Mario 1, 2, 3, Lost Levels, World, and 64, and you have to do it in an hour? It'd be super cool. I would have to learn Mario 64, that speed run, which is like a whole thing. I think you only have to do 16 star though to do it. So maybe it wouldn't be too bad. But still, BLJs are gonna be a tough one, I think. And I need a version that runs that. I don't know if I have a version. I'm trying to think, because the Switch version won't let you. I think the Ambernick version I have, which is like the original cartridge, but I don't have an N64, I just have my cartridges for it. So that'd be tough. I'd have to get an N64, which would be a whole situation. And then I would need an N64 HDMI converter. There's a lot of stuff, actually, now I'm thinking about it. I wonder if the Wii Virtual Console, I don't have a way to get Virtual Console right now. I don't know, it's something to think of. That would just be super fun. Maybe next Mario Day would be really cool to do that. But yeah, just let me know. I'm super curious on what you guys are playing. I know this channel doesn't have like a ton of subs over here, so who knows if I'll get a whole lot of stuff going on. But I just thought it'd be fun to sit down and talk, and maybe that's what this channel will be. Maybe it gives me a place to talk about Switch 2 stuff and other things like that too. But yeah, let me know, guys. Super interested to hear what you guys are playing, and yeah, let me know if there's anything you want to see on the main channel. You know, I have no plans of, you know, slowing down, so I'd be happy to play other stuff over there too if there's some you want to see. But I definitely say that I'll be playing a lot of Isaac and trying to run through Donkey Kong Country and Metroid Prime for sure. I think those are my two goals for this upcoming group of videos. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you letting me ramble for a while about video game stuff and staring at my face for a minute. So thank you so much for doing that, and hope you guys have a great rest of the night, and I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, bye guys.